Texas is ground zero for immigration policy. Now, this is obviously a leftist event, and the Trump administration is moving forward with plans to build new prisons for asylum-seeking families. Prisons, really, prisons. I'm gonna leave them a stack of news here from today. Heavily armed individuals caught on camera entering country illegally through Arizona ranch. You know, they want to talk about immigration policy. We'll see if they have a comment on that, if they kick me out immediately. Otherwise, we'll just see what they're talking about in here. Here we go.
We need to remind the president followers
Not the president.
that, you know, we're here in the house of worship. We're all children of God. We should all be treated as such. And that no human being is illegal, especially children.
I think that's a perfect segue to my next question. I just want to throw it open so whoever gets the mic first, go for it. But so what does justice for these families? Let's take some questions. I think we can all hear you if you just
Is it Miss Garcia, right? Is that
right?
Just spoke, Senator Garcia? Yeah, you just said that we should stop, you know, the family detention and all the harm that's being done to these families. But don't you think actually doing something about the border would be the best option? You say you want to keep terrorists out. I have a stack of news. I brought a copy for everyone here today. There was video of armed men walking right across the border, dozens of them in military uniforms. So that doesn't help anyone. That doesn't help immigrants that want to come here legally. And I'm just curious, you know, if we want to stop family detention and all this horror that you're talking about, why don't we actually secure the border? I think that would be the best option. And if you want to also stop baby prisons, maybe we should stop abortion centers too from killing them.
Okay, well, I think INFOWARS is here. So, next question.
Well, that's fine. You guys can discount me. I will leave this stack of news for you. Removing Confederate statues in the middle of the night. No debate. No talk. Just erase it. So I'm going to go get up as close to this as I possibly can here. As I said, most of the media is back here outside the University Catholic Center here. This is Benedict Hall. How you doing tonight, officer? Do you guys mind if I just get some footage here? I'm not going to cross the thing.
You actually have to be on that side.
Oh, we can't even... Can I just capture it one last time before you guys take it down?
No, unfortunately, it has to be over there, just like everybody else, sir.
What's with the line here? Why can't we just come up to the line?
Just for safety reasons.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you, guys. Okay, so we're not even... The statues are so racist, we're not even allowed to come within 100 yards of it.
Is Owen Shroyer here?
Yeah, unfortunately, my time to miss Maynard Hernandez today.
No. I think that we can't do that because different people sign up, and it's a limited number.
Are you going to deny this woman her right to speak today?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to deny this woman her right to speak today?
The only people that have a right to speak are people that signed up. So there were other people that weren't able to speak today because
All right, you guys want to talk to me
didn't
today?
sign up.
Fine, you can talk to me today. I'll tell you what. I was going to leave you guys alone today. I was going to let her say her thing today. But you guys want to abide by the rules of this city council when the truth is
You probably don't give a damn what these people say here anyway, because you continue to do everything people come here and complain about every single day. And all I wanted to do was let her speak today, and now all of a sudden, Mayor Adler, you care about the rules? I mean, give me a break. But you want to get me? You got me. So here's what I promise you. You're going to hear from me, and you're going to hear from people like me every time you have this public forum, because we're sick of allowing Planned Parenthood to run roughshod over our tax dollars. $1 per year rent for Planned Parenthood? You're okay with that, but you're a stickler for the rules when she wants to speak instead of me. Now all of a sudden you got a problem. You talk about fiscal responsibility, that's what she wanted to highlight here today, but I'm just going to give you hell. Planned Parenthood gets billions of dollars in taxpayer funding. We give them rent for $1 a year. We're sitting here debating whether to put in a septic tank or not over here. Is it fiscally responsible? Is it environmentally responsible? Well, is it morally, spiritually, physically responsible to give free money for abortions? Is there any responsibility there? Do we care about the rules there, Mayor Adler? So, I mean, seriously, you didn't want to have to deal with me today. I'm a loudmouth. I know that. So I'm going to come out here and do my thing, because I didn't plan on having anything prepared for today. I was going to let her do it. But now, you're going to have to deal with the press saying that Mayor Adler refused to let a woman of color, a minority woman, speak here today. Instead, you got a white male. We were just celebrating how white males, I guess, are working less in this state. Well, guess what? Now you're hearing from a white male instead of a brown woman because you care about the rules all of a sudden. So that's fine, but just know this. You're going to hear from someone like me every day, and in fact, I'm going to bring people with me, and we're going to stand in this gallery that's empty every time because you guys never listen to people that come up here and speak. That's why nobody comes, because you never listen to us. You never do anything you say you're going to do. I don't blame you. You got other stuff to worry about. You want to break for lunch. We understand. But you know what? This is a pretty easy one. If Planned Parenthood wants to rent in this city, make them pay their fair share. I don't think it's that much to ask, Mayor Adler. I'm not even sitting here saying that we should stop aborting babies, stop beating hearts every day. We know what's going on with that. Let's just stop giving them rent for $1 a month. Do you think maybe we can do that, Mayor Adler? Is that something we can maybe move forward on? Or do I have to come here every time you have a public forum? And you're just going to ignore me? I'm a person too. I'm standing right here looking eye to eye with you. Why can't you respond to my question? Are we going to continue to allow Planned Parenthood to rent for $1 a year when we just voted to put more taxpayer dollars to all these city projects, Mayor Adler? So is Planned Parenthood that much of a necessity? I'm going to stand here, actually. How about I stand here until I get a response? Tens of thousands of dollars Planned Parenthood gives to Democrats, Mayor Adler, and you're going to give them free rent. Well, you guys are going to hear more from me. Hope you like that.
Here's what I'm saying. Why is there no debate over this? Are you guys laughing at me? Look at this. Why are you flicking me off? Yeah, that's not very intellectual.
Who gives a shit? Fuck you.
What do you mean, who gives a shit, dude? This is American history. I don't even care about the statue. I don't even care if they remove it. I'm just saying, why not have an intellectual debate?
Just over here talking about how you're so
It's strange that they're removing history and shit. Fuck you, go away.
Okay, so that's the debate that you want to have, is just F off and go away. Do you know whose statue this is?
You look familiar.
Whose statue is it?
Who are you reporting for?
Whose statue is it? So you don't even know whose statue it is. So you're protesting a statue you don't even know anything about. So, okay, so very intellectual. But F me, because I want to be intellectual, though. Yeah, so screw me. So you know what? This is exactly what it is. Let me tell you something. Western civilization liberated women. Western civilization ended slavery. And y'all are over here pissing on the West. Excuse me, ma'am. Why don't you have your face showing?
Because I don't want it showing you butt face.
I'm a butt face?
Yeah,
I'm a butt face?
You're ugly too.
Okay, I'm ugly. Well, you won't even show your face. So you're very hateful right now. I guess you don't like Trump, sir? Would you like to have a conversation? We can have a conversation. We're both Americans, sir. Seriously, why don't let's come together. Let's have a conversation. What don't you like about Donald Trump?
Mostly everything I don't like.
So what do you think about the record low for African American unemployment?
I think he's distorting facts as he is prone to. Well, he doesn't respect facts at all.
So you don't believe the Bureau of Labor Statistics that are releasing those numbers?
I might believe the Bureau of Labor Statistics, but though there are a certain percentage of people who are not counted in those statistics, actually, unless you are actively in the job search with some agency, you're not counted. So I don't believe those figures. Those figures are not fully explained.
Okay, so you just don't believe the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I can't even file a report without these pseudo-intellectuals flicking off my camera. So these are the people, though, folks. These are the people that want these statues removed. The unintellectuals, these pseudo-intellectuals. They don't even know whose statue this is, and they're out here happy that it's coming down. They don't know the history. So there you go. So University of Texas says they're going to remove this statue because it relates to neo-Nazis and white supremacists, which is totally absurd. Which is an unintellectual debate where we're at the University of Austin, University of Texas Austin, where it used to be higher education. You used to have liberal debates. Now they just erase history and give you the middle finger. What about his wanting to pull troops out of Syria?
I just don't, I doubt his veracity about many subjects. Overall, he...
So you don't think the economy has gotten better?
He inherited a strong economy.
But didn't Obama say it would take a magic wand to bring the jobs back, and he's brought millions back?
I don't recall the president, the 44th president, saying that, so I can't attest.
Yeah, he said he claims he's going to bring all these jobs back. What does he have, a magic wand? That was an actual quote from a speech.
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, but Trump did bring jobs back. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not familiar with him bringing jobs back.
So you just think all these numbers coming out of the Bureau of Labor Statistics are false?
I think that he inherited a strong economy.
But what makes you think that? If you're referring to the same numbers, then how do you trust those numbers?
The numbers that the recovery was already in place prior to Mr. Trump taking office.
And how so? What was recovering? Manufacturing?
The full economy was already in recovery.
Well, all the numbers would say otherwise, so I'm not sure where you're getting your numbers. This is who you want to control society right here. People who don't know their history, and they're doomed to repeat it. They don't even understand the history of the West. They don't understand the history of the world.
Do this kind of pseudo
Somebody
thing.
remind me of Andy Hoffman's
We're
real
gonna
name
create
for
a
a second.
risk.
So it's just really sad. I mean, again, like I said, I don't really care. I don't care if they want to remove these statues, but where does it stop? Where does it stop? They'll take George Washington off the bill.
This is a literally fucking
He has been seen carrying the black sun flag of neo-Nazis.
You look pretty fucking stupid wearing that goddamn.
You look
You
pretty
fucking touch me, I'll
stupid.
kick your ass.
Okay.
Step back.
Okay. Are you scared that
Once
I'm
again, the alt-left getting violent in Austin.
Okay.
Why do you have not your face? You don't show your face because you're going to commit a crime? Is that why? So what has Trump done that you disagree with?
Create a mess every day. It's a circus.
Don't you think that you could say that he inherited that? If you're going to claim he inherited the economy.
He didn't inherit that. No, he did. He created the mess and the drama.
But he's not from politics. He's only been president for 2 years. He never held office before that. How can you hold him responsible?
Because he brought that with him.
What did he bring, though?
Chaos.
How so?
You only have to look at the news on a daily basis to see.
Well,
how
you can't blame him for the news. Look at what they did with Jussie Smollett. How about that?
They,
Yeah, the news. They went with a known hoax.
Jussie Smollett, created that himself.
And the news media parroted it and made it a national story.
Well, we weren't talking about the news media.
So, but I'm saying, how is that Trump's fault? That's Jussie Smollett's fault.
I did not attribute what Jussie Smollett.
But that's the chaos you're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Okay, then what chaos?
You brought that up.
Well, I just bringing up some chaos. You name some chaos.
How about that he constantly panders to known foreign enemies of this country?
How so?
He sided with Putin over the U.S. intelligence agencies. He does it on.
What did he get? What information did he get from Putin?
Well, we don't know that, do we? Because he refuses to have anybody around to take a record or making a record that's available to citizens of the United States.
You realize his foreign policy is very anti-Russian.
No, we don't.
Yeah, Russia is trying to keep Maduro in power in Venezuela, and we've sent arms to Ukraine, who's a big foreign enemy of Russia. So how did his foreign policy against Russia, how does that make him a Russian agent?
I didn't say he was a Russian agent.
When you said he sides with Putin.
He sided with Putin publicly.
On what?
He takes the word of Putin above all U.S. intelligence.
Okay, but what word? Word on what?
Foreign policy.
I just told you how our foreign policy is anti-Russian. So what word is he taking from Putin?
You've seen the reports.
Exactly. I just told you the reports. So I'm asking you what reports you're seeing.
He sides with Putin over the U.S. intelligence agencies.
With what intelligence?
Generally.
For what? What info? What intelligence?
Their intelligence that's reported.
What? I'm saying like what?
Well, I'm not going to be categorical on that.
So you're talking about the only thing you could possibly be talking about is the Russian dossier?
Well, how about his insistence that there is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea when the testing is still going on, according to those same intelligence agencies worldwide?
The same intelligence agencies that got us to war in Iraq and Afghanistan, those intelligence agencies? Okay, neither did Trump. The media lies about Trump. This is what happens, and now she comes back. I'm not even bothering you. I'm just trying to mind my own business.
This is what happens at the University of Texas. There's a literal.
I'm just filing a report, ma'am. That's all I'm doing.
Please calm down.
This is a fucking fascist.
Who's a fascist?
He carries the black sun flag.
Do I know?
Who's a fascist?
Mark Peterson.
Why do you keep
Look
talking
him
about
up.
this
He's
guy?
from
Why don't you
Texas.
talk about the statue that you're
Because there's a
protesting?
pictures and pictures and pictures and videos.
Okay,
of him
this guy's not
carrying
attacking me. I don't know what
flags on flags.
So what's your
It
point?
doesn't matter that he's not attacking you
This is
because
the
you're a
alt-left.
fucking white man. Of course he's not gonna
Because
fucking
I'm a
attack
white man,
his
huh?
own.
Because I'm a white man. What does that even mean?
Neo-Nazis don't have a
no
fucking
idea, man.
problem with
Because
white
neo-Nazis
Jews,
don't have a problem with what?
With white men.
Tell me what white privilege is right now.
Sounds kind of racist. Shut the
Tell me what it
Racist
is.
against
We're
what?
not
When
fucking
have
doing
white
that
people?
right now.
judging
When have
people
white
based on
people
their
ever?
skin color.
When have
You're
white people ever
fascist.
suffered?
You
because
literally
of their
didn't
skin color?
understand.
No white
what
people.
was
Do you know what happened to
Fuck you,
Irish
Mark.
people that came here?
Fuck you. Who gives
Huh?
a shit? What are white people right
Irish
now? What are
slavery?
Irish
You
people
don't know
right now?
anything about
Irish
that?
people integrated into
Do you know what's going on to
whiteness.
white people in South Africa right now?
Dude, fuck you. This
know
is
what happened to
America.
black
Like,
people
let's
in
fucking
South
talk about what's happening right now. Who
Okay,
gives a
what's
shit?
happening right now?
Have a
What's happening
discourse.
right now?
Have a discourse.
You
Come
had
on.
you had
I'm not
you
gonna
had
have a
you had
discourse.
two
I'm
wind-up
not
toys.
discourse.
You had
You
two
and your
wind-up
fucking
toys in
buddies.
Charlottesville,
We're not gonna
Kessler
have
and
that.
Spencer. Listen, no, let's have a serious talk, dude. Dude, listen.
Nobody trying to talk.
You had two. You had two. Listen. You had two wind-up toys. There's no Nazis out here, sir. Nazis. Listen.
We have
This is a Nazi.
We have
Okay.
photo documentation of this guy
Look him up
carrying
tonight,
a
all
black
right?
All right,
sun
well,
flag.
maybe that's
the
true,
symbol
maybe
of
that's not
Nazi
true.
Germany.
Right now, he's
On
just
the
standing here in a
post,
hat. Video. Senator, are you going to do anything about a video of armed men? Excuse me, sir, I have a right to free speech. This is a senator. I'll leave this stack of news. You guys can look at the videos. I'm going to put it right here. Armed men in military uniforms. Armed men in military uniforms. And this, I'd like to get a comment from my senator, and you guys want me to go. Senator, will you please give me a comment?
Sir, if you'll just leave the information here, I'll be happy to look at it. I'm not seeing the video you're referring to. I'm not seeing your paperwork, and I think I can
Right here,
respect
ma'am.
the rest of the group.
Here, buddy. I'll take it from you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay,
you.
thank you. These are armed men, ladies and gentlemen, in military uniform, dozens of them. Well, I just think it's ridiculous that you blame the Trump administration for this. Thank God for that gentleman for telling the truth about family separation starting long before Trump. In fact, Trump is the only president to do anything about it. He signed an executive order to stop it. No other presidents do that. This is sad that you guys fall for this brainwashing. You should check up on it. We should do something about the border, not President Trump trying to save this country. Yeah, bye. You're welcome. You're welcome for informing you all. Oh, really? We lost our platform, sir. So this man is now celebrating free speech dead in America, and I got news. Our web traffic is up tenfold. Tenfold. You guys are losing. That's why your room is empty. I have more audience on my stream right now. You guys have a wonderful night. God bless you. So, sir, you seem to be the only one out here that can actually hold your ground in a debate. Are you actually out here to take this down? You're glad they're taking this down?
There's nothing to debate about.
Okay.
History has already recorded the atrocities that your people, if you're standing for this,
Wasn't my people?
done.
My family never owned slaves, sir.
It doesn't. So what are you out here for?
Your family was.
I'm just out here documenting this. That's all.
You're out here documenting this.
Yes, because. But
tell
you
me
didn't.
this. Tell me this. Tell me this. Do you believe Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, of course, all lives matter. Yes, absolutely.
No. Did y'all hear?
Yeah, I think Black Lives Matter in the womb, where it's more dangerous to be a black baby in the womb than it is to be on the street. Did you know that?
Hold this for me, because.
Why are you putting, sir? I feel that this is a threatening thing. He just had his phone. Hold my phone for me.
He just.
I mean, come on.
He gave me the green
Come
light
on,
to
man.
debate you, right?
Okay,
so
all right.
You cannot tell me Black Lives Matter.
I
That's
just
what
said
these
all
symbols-
lives matter.
Yeah, and that's what these symbols of oppression represent. All lives, all white lives, especially
Okay.
white men matter.
Are you from
All
St.
right?
Louis?
Am I from St.
Yeah.
Louis? Mike Brown was killed in St. Louis.
I'm from St. Louis
That's
too.
exactly why I wear
I'm from
this
St.
hat.
Louis too. We should be
In
able to get along.
honor for my, you're talking about get along. You can't
Yeah.
even say Mike Brown's life, a black man.
I was
a
in
young
Ferguson
black
for
man.
all of that. I covered all of that.
There you go. You covered
Talking
it, but
shit
you
on
don't
it.
believe it.
I haven't said anything about
you
it.
covered it, but you don't believe it.
You said it. What do you mean I don't believe it? I
So
don't
say
understand.
it. Say it.
Say
Declare
what?
today that Black Lives Matter in front of
Black
everybody.
lives matter.
Okay,
White
but-
lives matter.
Eh,
Brown lives matter.
no,
Yellow lives matter. All lives matter. Wait a second. Hold on. Do more black people die from abortion or from cops?
So check this out.
Why don't you fight abortion?
Let's talk about 1492.
Think about that.
1492.
Okay,
because
Columbus
that's where-
sailed the ocean blue.
That's right, and that's when this country was never the same. This country was never the same in 1492. So
Okay, you realize that
the
Africans sold Africans into slavery, though.
preservation, the promotion, and the exploitation and oppression at the hands of white supremacists, of which you say all lives matter, against our people, indigenous people, people of color,
Have there been no other races of slaves ever?
These monuments.
Hey, let me ask you a question,
these
sir.
monuments-
Has there been any other
these
races of
monuments
slaves other than African American?
Are a symbol of white supremacy, and they're coming down in America.
Okay, so you've stated your case, and they're coming down.
Yeah.
Okay, so are African Americans the only?
So the individuals out here that are here to see the dismantling of white supremacy stand in solidarity.
Hey, wait a
against
second. White
every
supremacy
other
is already
Nazi-
dismantled. Okay?
How?
Hold on a second. You're all laughing. I love this. Everyone here is laughing. The last president was black.
Damn.
So how is it a white supremacist country when the leader was black?
So that's your ruler.
No, I just want to
That's
know
your
your logic. How is that possible for a
Just
white
because-
supremacy country to
just
elect a black man?
because This country allowed one black man.
Allowed? They
out of
voted him. They
44
chose him.
Presidents,
They chose him.
White supremacy, 44, and he was number 44.
Who are the
and
top
43.
paid athletes in the world in America? They're all black.
So once again, ladies
Sounds
and
really
gentlemen,
white supremacist to
let's
me.
Be clear.
What
Let's
are
be
they?
clear
The
while
three top
I'm
ones.
out here.
Sounds
As we
racist to me.
continue to dismantle
I bet the
white
top paid
supremacy,
entertainers are black too.
as
Jay-Z,
we
Beyonce.
continue to dismantle white supremacy.
Yeah, I just dismantled it right here. I just proved to you it's a lie.
Have never mattered.
I don't know. You tell me.
Black lives
You
have
tell
never
me.
mattered in this
You
country.
tell me. That's
Remember
not true,
that.
sir.
That is
You're out
very
here. You have a
true.
right to free speech
Black
right now.
lives have never mattered in this country.
Do you have a right to free speech right
So,
now?
As we
Are you
continue
speaking
to
your mind right now,
celebrate-
sir?
As we continue to celebrate.
Do you feel threatened by anyone out here?
Of course not.
Shut up.
Because
Definitely-
it's not
definitely-
true. You know that you have
definitely
all
not
rights.
you.
Anyone
Definitely
can
not
grow
you.
up in this country and succeed.
Right.
If you
right.
work hard in
So-
America, you
so
can make it, man.
we're out
That's why
here-
this country's so
we're-
great.
We're out here because the individuals like Mike Brown.
What
who
does
have
Mike
been
Brown have to do
assassinated-
with the statue?
Yeah, because again, these statues represent a psychological way of thinking that black lives don't matter
Man,
in this country.
I can't believe that
There
you
he
would
is.
even make
He's-
that
he's
equivalency.
hunting. He's
It's a fault.
hunting.
I'm hunting. You just brought up Mike Brown at a Confederate statue removing, dude.
That's why we're here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why you're here,
lives have never
to bring
mattered.
up Mike Brown.
This country
That has nothing to do with this at all. You're out here saying it's a white supremacy country as you preach free speech in the streets.
Your man back there.
My man, I don't have any men, so I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone here is American. Y'all are my men. We should all be able to get along.
I'm not.
Okay, you're not my man. Do you hate America?
Kinda. Yeah, fucking
You hate America.
Death to America.
Say that again.
Death to America.
Wow.
Not a fucking American.
Wow.
Nice job on that
Death
nationalism.
to the greatest country in the history of the world.
It's not the greatest country in the history of the world.
Really?
It was never
Tell me a country that's had a higher standard of living than the American way of life.
Let's see, Switzerland, Finland.
Switzerland. Do you know about Switzerland?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, what about Switzerland?
So Switzerland has. Like,
Why are they so wealthy?
I don't know. Fucking banking. Fucking.
You don't know.
capitalism,
You
fucking-
seem to know a lot, but you seem not to know anything.
I don't. Like I'm literally. It's a fucking like euphemism. I don't know. Fucking imperialism. Fucking like the colonization of African.
Probably white nationalism too, right?
No, it's not white nationalism.
Do you know it's like impossible to become a citizen of Switzerland?
Why is
It's
that?
one of the most conservative
it's pretty
nation
damn
states.
hard to become a citizen here.
They
too.
hoard guns. Oh, really? You can walk right across the border, actually.
And
Now
you
the
become
new
a citizen
president's changing it.
instantly. You're fucking in. That's how that works.
Yeah,
right?
you're above the law, actually.
You're above the law, really. You're not.
So you guys hate America. You guys hate America, the greatest country on earth. Everyone in the world wishes they could live here. You understand that?
That's not true.
Wow.
Look at every.
Where would you rather live? Where would you rather live?
I'm gonna make this a fucking better place to live. Cause it's shit right now.
By tearing down a statue?
Yeah.
What do you do to better the community? I'm out here reporting news. I'm trying to have a debate, and I'm showing the world how unintellectual the people that remote these statues removed are.
Next, my dude!
The White House is
Fuck outta
next.
here! If that
Tear
message
it down.
wasn't clear enough, yes! Some of us here fucking hate this country!
You realize that your behavior is only making your movement less attractive.
It's making it very attractive to some
So you're not
people.
going to change
It's
anything.
not people like you.
No, people like me are changing the world right now.
Out changing it and doing what?
Huh?
Like changing it for the worse. That's what y'all are doing.
Changing it
y'all
for
are
the
making
world.
it out here harder for trans people. Y'all are out here making it harder for women.
Harder?
for Muslim people. Like for fucking immigrants. Like y'all are out here
Well,
making
okay.
things shit.
Give me some stats. How is that possible? What
That's
happens?
on what?
Yeah, how is life harder for
The
them?
amount of hate crimes that have fucking increased
Name
since
'em.
Trump came into office. Name what?
Name the hate crimes. Cite the hate
Alright,
crimes.
got you in the what? Last
Charleston.
week.
What
Fucking
happened to Charleston? Exactly.
A
You're
fucking
proving my point.
white
Do you know who
nationalist
Richard Spencer is?
Yeah.
Do you know
Fuck
who?
Richard
Yeah.
Spencer.
Okay, I agree with you. You know who Jason Kessler is?
Yes, I know who Jason.
Okay, who's
Kessler
that?
is. He's the dude that organized the Unite the Right rally. He's the dude I want to hit so
right.
hard in the fucking
Oh, really?
face.
Do you realize that he was also an organizer for the We Are Change? He was, for the March against the 99% or whatever it was, organized against the 1%. March Against Wall Street. That's what it was. Yeah.
And
An
what?
Obama supporter.
Yeah, and he fucking
He's a
Obama? Okay,
yeah.
like-
Listen. He's a stooge. I'm telling you, he's staged.
That's what
They
liberals do.
staged that
Okay,
entire
it's all
thing.
fake. It's all fake news, all right?
No,
Yeah,
listen.
Nazis are
Richard
fucking
Spencer.
Look at this
Richard
guy.
Spencer hosts a march. No, I'm going to explain this. You guys need to know this. Richard Spencer hosts a George Soros-funded march with torches, just like he did in Ukraine.
I'm waiting
Just
on
like
that.
he did in Ukraine.
I am
And then
waiting
the
on
next
that
day,
Soros
Kessler happens to have his Unite the Right rally.
I'm getting
overtime
from Okay.
Soros right now.
Oh, yeah. You guys are just hilarious, man.
That's why we're out here at midnight. We're getting paid by Soros, you know? That's what it's all about.
No, you know what? The problem is you probably never had a job and you don't ever think you'll have a job. But Trump's returning jobs to this country, so you might have to get one. You might have to get a job. You might have to get one.
Because you work for
Now, you might not be able to get one in your world because you're a woman, but
Shut the fuck up. How many jobs have you had?
I've had plenty of jobs.
You've
I've worked
for
8 jobs
INFOWARS.
before.
8 jobs. I've worked 8
At
jobs.
once
And I'm
before.
definitely 10 years younger than you. So
Okay,
fuck
what's your
you.
point? I'm saying I worked 8 jobs at once. I enjoy hard work. You guys have probably never even had 8 jobs in your life.
My dude, I worked 9 jobs.
Oh, my daddy owns something. You have no idea who I am. You don't know anything about my family.
All right. Yeah.
It's really sad, too. So here's the alt-left that thinks they're going to make America
I'm not
better.
the alt left. I'm the real left.
You're an
I'm
alt.
the
You know
real
what?
left.
You're right.
I'm the
You're right,
real
guys.
America
You're right.
left. I'm not no fucking
You're right.
alt left.
All right, guys, we've got the new term. This is the alt reality because these people don't live in reality.
This is just
For
reality,
Infowars.com,
man.
this is Owen Shroyer.
Down.
But we spend almost 50 times as much on war as we do on our education system.
I would agree, and that is a problem. Thank you very much. Good talking with you.
All right, thank you for talking. See, we're not that bad at InfoWars. We're not that bad at people. Don't let the media lie about us. There you go. So, you know, this is what they hate about InfoWars is I come out here and I know more about his topic he's out here holding a sign for than he does.